In my 22 years on this earth, I've had a lot of jobs in my life. Some good, mostly bad. Uh, my very first job was a landscaper with my dad back when I was a kid, all the way up until I was 16 until I could get a job legally. Then I became a waiter slash delivery driver at a Chinese restaurant in my small town back home. After that, I made a pretty big jump in my life, and for 18-year-old Fredo, you could probably say it was the best job I ever had. I became a United States Marine, and soon after, I came back to the civilian workforce to find myself managing a tire shop here in Austin. I liked it for the most part, I couldn't complain, but it was actually quite draining mentally and began to take a physical toll on my body. I left after 2.5 years and I joined the city of Austin, where I earned my CDL and got hired as a driver at a distribution company where I work now. I know this sounds like an interview where I'm telling you about all of my monetary experiences, but there's an underlying job that I didn't mention: storytelling. As long as I could remember, I've been a storyteller. Since I began this film journey, I love telling stories through my lens and POV. Whether it be fiction or nonfiction, I knew I always had a knack for painting a mental picture for people to envision, and I loved it. Throughout high school, I was working at that Chinese restaurant, and I'd film myself and my friends, and I'd tell stories through a camera, then post it here on YouTube. When I enlisted in the Marine Corps, I'd tell stories in the squad bay, the field, or the barracks just to pass the time. When I got back, it became much more difficult to do so, since as a man, you're expected to get a job and contribute to society. Storytelling had to take a back seat for the time being, and I almost gave up on my favorite job when I realized there was no monetary gain for me as a storyteller. Then my life changed forever. I became a dad. I was now really in charge of a family and started to see the dream of being a professional storyteller slowly slip from my fingertips. My beautiful baby girl made me realize that telling these stories on social media for free was much more important than doing it for any kind of money. It's a way for me to leave a legacy that will last longer than you and I. After I'm dead and gone, 6 feet in the dirt, she can go back and show her grandkids what her dad used to do for fun when he was here. I've had a lot of jobs in my life. For the longest time, if you asked me what my favorite was or what my best job was, I probably would have said storyteller or Marine. But I think today, I finally found a permanent answer: Dad.